My name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. Every year, my husband's nephew, my nephew, and his family, they go to Montana because that's where her family is from. And when they do, he brings back huckleberries. And last year, I made him a huckleberry pie during our fair time. So anyway, this year when they went to Montana, he came back and he asked me if I was ready for round 2 of making him another huckleberry pie. So I'm going to share that recipe with you. And it's really, huckleberries, if you haven't ever had them, they kind of look like a blueberry. But the flavor is nothing like I've ever had before. So I can't compare it to another berry. But I have about 5 to 6 cups of huckleberries. And if you can find them when you're in Montana or in a state that you can grow them, if you can find them wild and do them yourselves, then that's fine. But huckleberries have a tendency to be kind of expensive. Anyhow, from where he gets them there. So I have 5 to 6 cups of huckleberries, to which I'm going to add some sugar. I have 1 cup of sugar that I want to put in. And you're going to put this in a double crust. And I have 4 tablespoons of tapioca, about a teaspoon of lemon zest, and 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And then you want to add just a little bit of cinnamon, about a half a teaspoon. And all you need to do, make sure your huckleberries are fairly well drained. But Brad, our nephew, they like to use the juice like when they make ice cream and that kind of thing, so it doesn't go to waste. So I'm going to put this in a deep dish crust, and you can use store-bought if you want to. And it's better if the crust is a little cold. And we're going to put it in a 425-degree oven for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to drop the heat to 375 and let it bake another 30 to 35 minutes. When you get the bottom crust and this in it, and you put your top crust on, always make sure you vent it so that it doesn't get soggy underneath. I like to dot it with butter before I put the crust on. And then you can use an egg wash or a milk wash, and then sprinkle the crust with sugar after you vent it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. I did want to share a couple of other things about the pie before I put it in the oven. I did let the berries and tapioca mixture sit for about 20 or 30 minutes before I put it in the pie shell. That lets that tapioca soften up a little bit. Then I dotted it with butter and put my top crust on. And I also want to tell you, you're never too old or too experienced to learn new tricks in the kitchen. I have a pastry recipe that I love to use, and it's the one is my go-to. And I got in a hurry last night and realized I was short an ingredient for another pie I was going to make. And so I had my pastry dough already made, so I covered it with plastic wrap really tight, made sure no air could get in, and refrigerated it overnight so that I could have it for this pie today. Let me tell you, it worked so much better being cold and working with that dough. So I would recommend the pastry recipe, and I'll attach it to this video, that we use. But I think I'm gonna make it the night before and refrigerate it from now on, just because it's so much easier to handle. Anyway, I vented my pie, and now I'm gonna take sugar, and like I said, you can use an egg wash or a milk wash and then put sugar on, but I just like the flavor of just having the sugar. And then I'm going to put it in that 425-degree oven for 20 minutes, drop it to the 375, and let it bake the rest of the way for 30 to 35 minutes. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.